What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for my Manchester City match review, match reaction and match analysis of the Club World Cup semi-final victory over Urawa Red Diamonds of Japan, as Manchester City win this game by 3-0. You heard me correct. To 0, we keep a clean sheet as well. Turns out City do know how to defend and they do know how to keep clean sheets. We've got plenty of positives to take away from this game as we bid to try and win the Club World Cup first time in our history, and hopefully we can get that job done on Friday. So before I do crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, do subscribe to my channel. It is free to subscribe. Social media links there in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up. 100 likes is the aim, and do let me know your thoughts in the comments below. So it's been a complete dominating performance from Manchester City here. 74% possession, 25 shots, 9 on target, limiting Urawa to just 2 shots, none on target. Ederson had very little to do. It's just been a very good Manchester City performance, and that's what I take away from this game. Manchester City defensively looked much better. The combination of John Stones and Rodri, that extra protection for the defenders, I think just gives Manchester City the confidence. And in particular, John Stones, his working relationship that he has with Rodri is second to none. We already know that. But it's John Stones' ability to know when he needs to defend and when he needs to go forward is ultimately, I think, the missing link for Manchester City, because we speak often about there's something not quite right for Manchester City, and to me it's all about them combinations, and John Stones is almost like the glue that connects Manchester City's defence and midfield. Rodri's outstanding, but he needs an extra partner. And when you're not playing with a flat back four, you need a player that's going to sit into that hole to make that difference for Manchester City. And when we don't have John Stones, you notice his absence. And to me, it's just as important as what Rodri is to Manchester City's midfield and defence. And I thought that showcased really well in this game. That I thought John Stones was outstanding. It helped Manchester City's backline look very settled. Let's not forget, Ruben Dias is a fantastic defender, was on the bench for Manchester City. Josko Gvardiol on the bench for Manchester City today, going with Kyle Walker, Manuel Akanji and Nathan Ake as our back three, and it looked very settled for Manchester City. And I'm hoping that could again be something that's very important for City, having a settled back line that's playing game after game after game allows you to really get used to each other and your positions and your expectations, and what you're not having to second guess your players, because there was areas at time even in this game, and it's probably my only criticism that I have of City, is in terms of the distribution, it was a little lazy at times for Manchester City, and the ball was given away in key areas. And had Urawa had the quality to hurt Manchester City, this could have been a very dangerous and very close game. So it's great that we keep a clean sheet. It's great that we look more cool, collective and composed, but there's still areas for improvement. And I think that's what Fluminense, who we're going to be playing in the final of the Club World Cup, will be looking towards. They'll think, press that back line for Manchester City, send an extra man forward, push Manchester City, get in City's face, because they know that if they can sneak and find that opening goal, it could make all the difference. Manchester City didn't look too fluent in that first half, and it took us right to half-time to find the opening goal, and it was the first time that we had a chance to really stretch the legs of Matheus Nunes, because I thought he was fantastic against Red Star Belgrade, playing almost like Yaya Toure-esque role for Manchester City. First time we got a chance to see him really burst forward. First time he does so, puts a challenging ball into the area, and Huibraten, the defender for Urawa, isn't aware of his surroundings, so he goes in to make the challenge, to make the interception. He doesn't need to go in there because there isn't much threat around him. But because he does, if you don't get that interception, that clearance right, it can always go into the back of the net, and that's exactly what happened here. And right before half-time, just changes the team talk, changes how City feel about the game. You've got that all-important opening goal. You're not having to second-guess each other, and you can just relax. And it brought out the best for Manchester City, in my opinion, because that first 15 minutes or so of the second half felt to me like the old Manchester City, that oozed class. That ball from Kyle Walker to Mateo Kovacic. Congratulations to him scoring his first goal for Manchester City, but what a pass from Kyle Walker. And I'm so happy for Kyle Walker. He's had his criticism so far this season. People have been saying he's lost his pace. He's had it. He's a has-been. He shouldn't be in the Manchester City squad. Well, I said on my live stream, Kyle Walker is getting older. He may lose a bit of his pace, so he needs to adapt his game and offer something more to Manchester City. And maybe just that ability to create, to pass the ball on that right-hand side is maybe what Pep Guardiola's seen in him all along, because that pass, it was David Silva-esque. It was majestic. It was the perfect weight. It was fantastic. It set up Mateo Kovacic. Kovacic couldn't have wished for a better pass. And it's a cool finish from Mateo Kovacic, not taking anything away from him, but for me it's all about that ball from Kyle Walker. So the reason why everybody went over to celebrate with Kyle Walker, because it was just perfect from Walker, and that killer second goal really took the game away from Urawa. But we know from that Crystal Palace game, we're going to sit on edge even if we have that 2-goal cushion. It means you have to keep pushing and keep going, and there's the lesson. Didn't happen against Crystal Palace. The intensity dropped off. Didn't drop off here. City wanted that third goal. The intensity only dropped off once we got that third goal and the substitutions were made by City, keeping them fresh legs. But we had enough about us because the game's killed off. It's 3-0. They're not going to score 3 goals in half an hour. They didn't have enough quality to make that happen. And it was Bernardo Silva via a deflection. Someone might call it lucky. I'm going to say you make your own luck, because this was just a brilliant performance. 74% possession for City, 25 shots, 9 on target. Not the best of returns. I imagine they'll be working on their finishing in training. But Man City's ability with their distribution worried me a little bit at times, passing it out from the back. But how good were Man City's balls going forward? Great pass from Kyle Walker, but the pinging from centre to left to right, and right to left was near enough pinpoint accurate every single time from Manchester City. So distribution, clearly a thing City are working on. It's not the complete article, but it looked fresher and it looked better. I sit here now with a good performance, a good win, 3 goals, a clean sheet, thinking Crystal Palace, don't really remember that game. All I'm thinking about now is beating Fluminense on Friday. We can go and do that. What great preparation to come back to the UK for when we take on Everton after Christmas on the 27th of December. So, to me, 826 passes, good for Manchester City, 4 clear-cut chances created, grab ourselves 3 goals. I think the most important thing I take away from this, Manchester City keep a clean sheet, and I think that's the thing that we were looking for at the end of the day, because the defence has really come under scrutiny over the last 4 or 5 weeks, and this hopefully now will spur Manchester City on, learn from the mistakes, and let's go and see if we can go and win the Club World Cup for the first time in our history, and add that to the European Super Cup that we've already won this season. Another trophy that we've never won before until this season. We've got that in the cabinet. Let's get the Club World Cup into the cabinet as well. You need that strong winning mentality. Brilliant. It was great to see Jeremy Doku, Erling Haaland, Kevin De Bruyne all sat together as well, albeit they're not in the City squad. They're not going to be in the squad for Friday either, but it's great to see them back involved, speaking with the players and not just training on their own. They're getting there, all 3 of them, and hopefully sooner rather than later we can have them back, and maybe by January we could have a fully fit, fresh squad ready to go again. So it's funny how one game sends you from feeling pessimistic to optimistic. There you go. They're my thoughts. That's what I took away from this game. So do let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget as well to leave a thumbs up. 100 likes is the aim. Do subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. It is free to subscribe. Also, don't forget social media links. They're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. And I'll see you all again real soon for the next video. Got my Premier League predictions coming out, and of course got all the build-up to the match between Manchester City and Fluminense in Saudi Arabia for the Club World Cup final. Bring it on. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.